Good morning. I want to review the idea of the error lists that I'm about to start posting this morning and how they work with blurb sheets, uh, and actually give you a nice little review tool or study tool to get ready for the final exam. So let's take a look at the error list and where you get it. You'll look in your grades page, and for midterm exam one, you'll see a little icon down here, and it's like a caption symbol. And if you click on that, then it'll pop out this comments block. I can write comments on any exam, any homework and stuff, and I'm going to be doing that for all of you this morning and maybe this afternoon. It takes some time. Anyways, when you get yours, it'll look something like this right down here, and it'll say your name, and then it'll say here are your exam one codes, error codes, and it'll give you a list of numbers. Now let's take a look at it in close up. Here's what it looks like in close up. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So if you look at the error codes, they're 5 digits. So the first one is 47529, and then the next one is 47515, and so on and so on, for this imaginary student, John Q. student, all the way out to 48119. Now those numbers identify, those are from the Canvas ID number that each exam question has. Everything in an assignment, a homework assignment, every question has a Canvas ID number, and this is like the last 5 digits from the Canvas ID number. So there's one for each question that you got wrong. I didn't do any of the codes for the ones that you got right, but these are the ones that you got wrong. Okay, so your error list is going to look something like this. So, just write it down on paper or something like that. And that's what you're going to work with in conjunction with the blurb sheet. So let's look at the blurb sheet. Because just having a bunch of code numbers doesn't really tell you anything. You got to go to the blurb sheet to see what they're about. So the blurb sheet is linked, or the blurb sheet page, it's down here at the bottom of the home page. Here it is, down here. So just click on that, and it'll take you to the midterm exam blurb files page. And the first one is up for our exam one last Thursday. So it's a PDF file, so just click on that and it'll download or pop open into a window, depending on how your web browser is configured. And here's the first page of it. I think it's about 3 full pages and then one a little bit of the 4th page. Anyways, this is the first page. And you can see it's a list of ID numbers. The 5-digit code is over there on the left. And then on the right column is a little blurb about each question. And so the first ones on the list, Nissan Altima. It's a little Delta V question that each of you had. And the other one's 4749, Chuck Norris using his left foot to motivate a lousy crook. So the little blurb on the right is just a little gist or a little synopsis of the question. You don't have the verbatim of the question. And I am sorry that I can't do that the way we used to do it. We used to be able to just give students a really nice blurb automatically in Blackboard, but Canvas does not permit it. So we have to do this workaround with a blurb file and error lists and stuff. And one of these days, Canvas is going to catch up. But for right now, we got to do this anyway. So you can't look at the verbatim question, but this ought to give you enough to, with your error list, tell you, all right, I better, study acceleration, or I better study states of motion, or I better study momentum, or something like that, when you're getting ready for the final, because the final exam is cumulative. All right, so let's get the error list in there. The first one on this list, and this is just a kind of a made up list of a bunch of errors. 47,529, that's down here. Three states of motion matching with Aristotle and Galileo. You may remember that one. And just a side note, that one was a 3-point matching question. And most of the multi-point questions are indicated with the pointage value in parentheses. Now, 47,529 is three states of motion. I didn't do it because so this list isn't perfect, but it's getting there. And so exam 2, I'll try to do a little bit more carefully. And anyway, so the error list does not, you can't go to the error list and count up how many you have. So like this one has, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one has 11. So that doesn't mean this student had 39 points, because some of them are multi-point questions. So if you for instance, on 47,521, that's formula matching. If you got all three of those wrong, you'll only get one error code, but you'll have lost 3 points. So the score that you get, this particular imaginary student had a score of 36, not 39. So, and they got some pointage incorrect. So just remember that the error list tells you which ones you got, but it doesn't necessarily correlate one-to-one, because not every question on the exam is a one-pointer, at least for this one. Some exams I give all 1-point questions, but this one wasn't. You had a bunch of multiple point questions. All right, let's keep going. Let's take a look at the next one. 47,515. Yeah. Stopping time at the park. You may remember it. You may even remember the picture that goes along with that one. So just jot that down, or print out your blurb sheet, and then check off which ones you got wrong. And that'll help you when you're starting to get ready for the final exam. Now, there's more than one page on the blurb sheet. Okay, it's several pages. So let's go to the next page. See if we can snag a few more of these babies. Okay, 47,853. Yeah, Galileo's idea of the inertial state. Let's see. So check that one off. 47,871. That's the frozen chicken question. And that one is indicated a 2-pointer. All right, so that's another reason this particular student might not have gotten 39 points. Let's keep going here. So put a check next to the frozen chicken question. 47,857, acceleration to free fall in Galileo. Yeah, Galileo concepts. Let's check another one here. Go ahead and check that one off. 47,835, two identical cars, stopping time. Starting to see a pattern here? Because I am. If you check all the different items that you got wrong, you'll start to see patterns of stuff that you need to review and get extra solid on if you want to crush the final exam, which I know everybody wants to do, and I want you to do as well. All right, so do this for the rest of the list. We just got to start on part of it and, look through all the... Oh, by the way, the error list and the blurb sheet, they're not necessarily ordered numerically. So they're, a little bit discombobulated. And that's basically because Canvas, Canvas is way or the highway. So, but I think I'm going to try to get these things ordered numerically next time. I have a strategy for doing that. We've only been doing this for a couple semesters, so it used to be you couldn't get any feedback from a midterm. It's pathetic. Anyways, so do this for the rest of your error list, however long it is, and then keep that. So print out your blurb sheet, check off the ones that you got wrong, and keep that for when you're studying for the final in a few weeks. Okay. So, you're thinking about how am I going to crush the final? How am I supposed to study? What should I study? I can't study everything, or should I, concentrate on certain things? So if you're, in a study group, getting ready for the exam, or if you're by yourself in the library, however you like to study, the blurb sheets will really help you. Okay, so for the blurb sheet that we went over, let's say that this is John Q. student here, working in a pretty fancy looking library. And he says, all right, better get down to business. Okay, Galileo, Aristotle, states of motion. Yep, better go over that. Stopping time and impulse concepts. Yep, better. I did get caught napping on exam 1, so let's do that. And for extra safety, better try some more of the momentum calculations too. And then this John Q. student, he can do the same thing for exam 2, because he'll have an error list and he'll have a blurb sheet for exam 2. And hopefully you'll have one for exam 3. And working with the blurb sheets can be very, very helpful for you so that you can really crush the final exam. And if you crush the final exam, that is definitely something that I like to see. And because I don't curve on a grade, if you crush the final exam, you crush it, you crush it. I mean, I don't curve the grades. If you get an A on the final, 91 out of 100, something like that, I don't curve that grade. You just get those points, my friend. And so they just go straight into your pile of points and let the chips fall where they may. So hopefully everybody will get higher and higher grades as you get used to my exams, how to study for them, and then how to use the blurb sheets and the error lists. Okay, that's all for this morning.